This puppy represents the first motorcycle to be created in the venerable Italian motorcycle maker's new design facility located out in Los Angeles. And I have to say, those designers did their homework. I mean, the spreadsheet on the California is very impressive, starting with the massive 1,400cc V-twin with fly-by-wire throttle control, mounted across the frame in that classic Guzzi way. Then there's the twin's 3 selectable engine maps, the traction control, Brembo brakes with ABS, shaft final drive, and a massive rear donut. All the good stuff, not to mention the very trick LED lighting system, all hand-built in Italy. Pretty impressive DNA on paper, but how does the California ride out on the open road? Well, here's longtime viewer and rider Kemp Stewart with his full-on impression. So this morning, a Moto Guzzi rep arrived with this bike on the trailer. You rolled up on your motorcycle. First impression, what did you think when you saw it?
Well, it was beautiful. The lines, the styling, could tell it was Italian. It was really, really well done. Very impressed with the overall look of the bike. It's amazing.
Tell me about the experience of riding that bike. You fired it up. What did you think?
The first thing that I really noticed was that it was very easy to handle. It doesn't feel like a 700-pound bike. It feels like it's about a 500-pound bike. And when I turned it over, the vibration, the throb was, well, it was really outstanding. Yeah. I've got another phrase for it, but we won't go there.
My experience with the engine was just, you know, I love the torquiness of a twin.
Oh, God,
but
yes.
Man, there's something that really happens at 5,000 RPM. It's like everything just lights up, and I loved that torque. Did you crack the throttle a few times?
I did. I had about a 20-minute ride on my own, so I did take it out on some back roads, and I can tell you, it opens up at every gear. Mm-hmm. It's a good thing that we've got such a good, comfortable saddle, because I'll tell you, it kept my butt on the bike, and I really felt that if I had a flat saddle, I would have been thrown off of it. Yeah. The power is just incredible. No vibration whatsoever. It's a direct drive system, and boy, it just jumps at every moment. The other interesting thing too, on the throttle, there was no play, there was no lag time. It was a very immediate response.
It's got those Brembo brakes up front, ABS braking. How did you find the stops?
Well, when I was on my little 20-minute cruise, I did a panic stop. And it's, as I would expect ABS would react in a car. Wasn't thrown around, held the line, and stopped within a very, very short period of time. The best braking system I've ever experienced on a motorcycle.
How did you find the riding position? We mentioned before there are floorboards, the reach to the bars, the saddle itself, just the overall riding position.
Yeah, it suited somebody my size. I'm 6'2", 200 pounds, really comfortable. Good shoulder width position for the grips. The saddle, I loved it. Suspension system, the floorboards, really very comfortable position too, and didn't take any time whatsoever to get used to the rocker.
The heel-toe shifter.
Heel-toe shifter, yeah.
What about the instrumentation and the mirrors? How did all this work for you?
The mirror position was good. I had good clear vision. My shoulders weren't interrupting with the field of view. I loved the instrumentation also. I could tell which gear I was in, RPM, it even has temperature on it.
This particular model comes with ABS brakes, it comes with mapping for the engine, 3 modes. Did you like the idea that there's a little bit of tunability and some setups that you can do here?
Absolutely. Well, we all have our preferences in rides, and now I didn't actually take it through the other 2 mappings, but I could see that it's one of those wonderful little features that is added with this bike, that you can adapt it to your riding style. You know, For the money, this is one of the absolute best bikes that you could possibly get, and really comfortable. I cannot endorse this any more than I would say do it. It is a wonderful, wonderful motorcycle.
Did you get a check slipped in somewhere from Guzzi?
No,
Are you sure?
No, in fact, this is
craft?
This is the first Italian bike that I've ever ridden.
Yeah.
It's boy, I'll tell you, I would suggest it would be akin to stepping into a Ferrari.
Who would appreciate an Italian stallion? Who's the customer for this bike?
Oh man, I wouldn't suggest it as a new rider.
Yeah.
It's just there's too much bike here for a new rider.
Mm-hmm.
But with some experience, mid-20s, I'm 65 years of age, and I got a thrill out of riding this today.
Right.
It was a real pleasure, and it didn't feel cumbersome. I didn't have to fight it. It was a really easy bike to ride.
Well, listen, Kemp, you did a wonderful job, and I'm so grateful that you bid on the Hospice Prince Edward and got the ride. So
Thanks
I really
very much.
appreciate everything that you came out to do for us today.
I'd be more than willing to do this again. Thanks very much.